Everybody. Thursday is NFL Thursday at that. Y'all see Mr. Top 5 dead or alive. The champ is here.
Go ahead and give me the trophy. I'm in the top 5 according to all my social media brothers out there. That's all. After 2 weeks, that's all I need, man. Make sure, can I please accept the award for the greatest team? Because that's all we need according to our social media peoples in past. Just 2 weeks to determine the whole season, man. That's all I need. Hey, man, thanks for it. I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
The hot takes 2 weeks into the season are unbelievable. Like I said, I made a vow that I'm not going to talk football during the games. After the game, I'm just going to always give my post-game reaction and analysis because that's what I do. But I'm going to let all of the experts have it on game day. Y'all got it, dog. Y'all got it. Y'all win, dog.
I already know the MVP. Ain't nobody coming back. The division winners have been picked. It's all you need in 2 weeks, man. Because NFL, nothing happens in the NFL. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gets injured. Teams don't get better during the season. We already know who the Super Bowl champs are. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, let's go ahead and quit. Man.
We already know. Guys, teams don't make runs. Teams don't get better. We have a trade deadline, and guys add a piece that makes their team even better. But hey, what we know, Glaze.
2 weeks, man. That's all y'all need, man. That's all people need. I'm okay. I'm respecting that.
What we know. I'm gonna hit you with this one first, Glaze. It seems like the circles, the wagons are circling around North Avenue. It seems like Jeff Collins is a dead man walking, whether it be this week, next week, end of the season. It seems like the 404 era is coming to an end. You and I, we sat through the end of Paul Johnson's career. We watched the Jeff Collins regime come in. We even kicked it with him at the Super Bowl. That's always going to be a funny story. Your thoughts on what seems to be the end of an era on the Flats?
The Flats were excited to get away from double wing football. They were excited. They were like, this is the new, we want to be one of those fast up-tempo teams. We want the spread. We got all this talent. This is what's going to get us. Paul Johnson, 8 wins a year. We can do better than that. 10-27. Put it this way. Jeff Collins has only won as many games as in 2 years. 4 years, Jeff Collins has not even come close to Paul Johnson's best year. Think about that. Paul Johnson won 10 games 1 year. Jeff Collins hasn't won 10 games in a career. It's a wrap, man. He's tried. He's come with this 404, this line. He was hyped. And look, what makes the job even worse is the team down 3-16 won a national championship. And the team up 75 has been to 2 bowl games since he's been there, Maceo, which is Georgia State. And you are not doing it. I know everybody, it's hard to recruit at Tech. You went to the portal. You went to the transfer portal. You brought all these guys from the transfer portal, and it still isn't work. You played Duke this weekend. If Duke beats you like everybody else beats you, man, sure, we might have an interim coping game by week 4, man. And you've seen the team. You've heard the rumblings. You're in those press conferences after the game. If he doesn't give Duke a run or beat, because Duke is very capable of beating them this week. What are your thoughts? I think it may go. You can't keep letting. If you're a Division I team, it's bad enough. You can't play Georgia with this type of offense. Georgia will put 70 on, and that's embarrassing enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're better than Georgia State, who's right up the strip from you. But Georgia State played North Carolina and South Carolina tough.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure you can beat Georgia State right now. So you are probably even only school you're better than in that Division I is Kennesaw State, and not by much. You are the second best team on 75, and in the state of Georgia, there's a big gap between you and Georgia, and that's what I see, Mason.
Yeah, it's tough. Having to sit there every Saturday, and me and you we would text it after after the game. This was the first press conference where you kind of felt all the energy come out the room. Jeff Collins usually has a lot of jazzy things to say. He's a guy who uh, I was labeled as a football savant, and 4 years at Tech, and it just hadn't been good. And when you look at some of the kids that left the program, you look at Jemias Gibbs, who's now the starting running back at Alabama. You mean to tell me this guy was on campus for 2 years and we got nothing out of him? You got TJ Yates, the quarterback who's transferred. I forgot the school he's transferred to, but he's the starting quarterback. He's making plays. So uh, it's just been tough, and to finally hear him say, "This on me. Everything is on me." When we've been in enough press conferences. I always call that the falling on the sword moment. That's when you pretty much know, and it was so crazy because Todd Stansbury, the athletic director, he's never in the press conferences.
Yeah.
He was in this press conference, and he's back there looking because he kind of stamped this guy. I always tell fan bases, be careful what you wish for. Yeah, you wanted to move into the 2000s offensively. But the one thing you can say about Paul Johnson, you knew you were going to win. You knew you were going to a bowl game every year. So alumni, y'all could go ahead and book you a trip. You're going somewhere.
Yep.
He would beat Georgia every 3 years. At least you could say you could beat your rival, but you could compete with your rival. It wasn't, you weren't getting boat raced. They've been boat raced every year that Jeff Collins has been here. And you think about the last 2 years, well, he's probably almost given up close to over 100 the last 2 years. And you talked about how just the gap, the recruiting gap. And let me say this real quick for everybody, because I know everybody always talks about, what up, Marlon? Everybody keeps talking about the academic requirements. Everybody, Georgia Tech, they streamlined the academic requirements a long time ago, about 3-4 years ago. But it's not they don't have, I mean, you still got to get you a techie degree, but they have management. They have like a lot of degrees that kids can come in and get those degrees. Now, they don't got criminal justice and all. They don't got none of that stuff, but they have lowered the academic standards. So getting kids in, and I know this is going to sound crazy to say. I know it is, but I'm going to say it because I'm there. It's talent on the roster.
A lot of
it's not getting coached up. We've watched, people forget Jeff Sims was committed to Florida State. He was a highly recruited guy. He hadn't gotten better since he's been on campus. And that's part of the problem. You don't see where these kids have gotten better. Marlon ready to pull that plug over the old North Avenue fast.
You said the name already. Who's the starting running back at Alabama?
Jemias Gibbs.
He was your running back, and he's at Alabama starting for Nick Saban. I don't want to hear. Look, man. Look, we make sure you got 50 put on you at home versus Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Whatever. You got 50 burgered.
Yeah.
By Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss.
And the wild part about it, Lane Kiffin actually said he wanted to score more points, but he felt bad about what was going on the other sideline. He know that a guy is potentially about to lose his job.
Yeah, everybody feeling sorry because I'm not feeling sorry, but y'all wanted this. Y'all were talking about it was too. And here's another thing I want everybody in tech land and college football world to know. As bad as everybody can talk about that offense, Paul Johnson, how many people he put in the league, Maceo? During his time there was a lot of Georgia Tech guys who went to the league, even in that offense. The receivers went, the running game went, the linemen went. He's not putting people in the league either. You don't hear about Georgia Tech guys going in the league. You heard about the punter. He was the last one that went that was a big name.
Yeah, they had a bunch of free agent guys. No guys drafted.
No draft.
No guys drafted.
And that come from coaching up. You can say what you want to. You still get and quit with that. I used to hear this from what's the basketball coach name
Which one?
for Georgia Tech?
Oh, Josh Pastner.
Every time he lose a game, well, my academic standards are different than everybody else. Quit making that excuse, man.
Yeah.
Duke putting out great players.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Duke is a very well-established program.
Stanford and Notre Dame got them same recruiting restrictions, my boy.
But y'all keep giving me this is it was a lot of hype. It was cute. It was hot. It was fresh. Everybody was excited.
Yeah.
But I guarantee if you look at that roster and all y'all who love the star system, there are 3, 4, and 5-star students on that roster.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And you shouldn't get 50 points put on you by no team in your 4th year at home.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says, man. Hey, man, let me keep it in college football, Maceo. We're going to start with I'm looking at the landscape of the game right now. And I'm tired of watching cute football and offenses. and I'm tired. And it's not only college football. And the reason why I'm addressing this, everybody, make sure you know this is my biggest pet peeve is cute offense. Like you said, Marlon, it was cute. And not only college football, but college in the pros as well. Let's go back to Chicago versus Green Bay. It was 24-10. If you scored a touchdown, Maceo, it's 24-17, and all the momentum is now on your side.
Yeah.
It's 4th and 1 at the half-inch line. You go shotgun quarterback lead.
Yeah, man.
Explain. Put it. I ask you this every year, every week now. Explain to me in slow terms. What is it? Is it too much analytics? What happened to the put the hand in the ground, Maceo, and let's get it. If I'm not looking, let's look at the quarterback of Chicago. Our guy, Justin. He's 6'3", 6'4"?
Justin 6'3", about 225.
He can't get an inch. He can't just talk to me, Maceo. I see it in college football a lot. I'm seeing it in high school.
Yeah.
What is today's cuteness? You ain't even wearing out linemen no more because all linemen gotta do, they just pass rush. They can double team. It's a lot of hand fighting and hand checking. Ain't nobody bullying over. I ain't seen a pancake block in years unless they play in a lower level school.
Right.
No pancake blocks no more.
Right.
That used to be a lineman where he could just drive you in the ground and make you feel bad about life after it was over.
Put his hands on you.
Now it's I'm just trying to get you in the zone and block you for a second, and hopefully we can get around you quick enough. Talk to me, Mason. Explain to me because I saw it in Chicago. I turned the TV off. I said they don't want to win. It's 4th and 1 at the 1-inch line. You're gonna shotgun quarterback draw, quarterback lead.
First of all, let's get Ruben out the way. Ruben, the Mets. We see the Mets in 9 days. We'll have this conversation soon.
It's coming, Ruben.
We'll have this conversation soon. You know the Mets gonna Met, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Back to this cute football. So we're in an era. Remember, we had the option there. You know, the option just was the craze. Wishbone, all that was the craze. Got away from that, then we went pro. Then all of a sudden we went 4 wide, run and shoot, fun and gun. Now we're in the spread era, and everybody has all these spread concepts because basically the experts are telling you this is the way to advance football in 2022. We got all of these. We specialize. We got all of these quarterback gurus out here. We're teaching these quarterbacks. Bump taking a snap on the sun. I got to teach you 3-5 step, stepping up in the pocket, ripping your arm through. We got to get in these cones, and we got to do all these different drills, arm placement, and all that stuff. 3 and a hitch, all that stuff that you hear. Do you want to win football games? And I think that is like what's going to end up getting a lot of these guys fired. You look at Eberflus, whatever his name is in Chicago. Why not just take your big 6'3" quarterback and just lunge him forward? I've seen Justin Herbert When they need 1 yard, he go up on the center. I seen Kirk Cousins do it last week. These coaches, they overcoach this thing so bad. I mean, they overcoach it so bad. And think about it, Glad, you and I talk about this all the time. College guys have to relearn how to take snaps on the center because 95% of everything they do in high school and college is in the shotgun. When you see a Danny Dimes did, Brian Daboll will call a quarterback. He will put Danny Dimes' big old butt up on the center, and you go get me that first down.
Give me a yard.
Glaze, listen, I'm an offensive guru. I kind of started some of this spread stuff, but I done got away from it. But I did always know down at the goal line, bruh, we punching the thing in, and it's something terrible to see. And we're watching so many games be decided because we get a bad snap. It's first and goal. You got a bad snap going over quarterback head, or the exchange. No, go forward. You on the goal line. You got all these 350-pound guys up front. Just smash people. Football, man. We talk about it all the time.
It makes it so easy as a defensive guy. If what was hard for me back in the day to watch, play against, and all that myself, it's when you would hurry up to the line and snap on set. And I had to get set as a defensive guy to try to stop you from getting a yard or 2 yards. Now you getting in shotgun. I'm like, oh, I can put my hand in the dirt. I can blitz all gaps because I only got an inch, so you can't really throw that great against me. You got maybe 1 or 2 routes you can run at the 1 yard line. So I'm gonna send 6 or 7 at you. I'm gonna close all the gaps, and I got a chance to win. And that's what's happening. But it's what I don't see a lot of, and which is bothering me more now. Coaches are so set on running a certain offense that they don't cater to their personnel.
And see it in high school every week. We see it in high school every week.
Who did we just see this week? The Buffalo Bills, I think. They got 2 great running backs. And Buffalo, was it Buffalo or one team in the NFL? They got 2 great running backs. And they put them in the backfield at the same time because you know what? I got 2 of them. I'm going to use it. I got a two-way go. A lot of teams won't do that. If I got 2 great Georgia, I got 2 great tight ends. I got 3. You best believe they're going to be on that field together a lot, making plays. A lot of coaches ain't willing to do that. They're really trying to get their offense out there, that they ain't putting their best talent on the field, and that's what gets you fired because you're too busy trying to run an offense instead of saying, I ain't got but 3 good receivers, bro. I ain't going to be able to do all this with only 3 good receivers, dog. I got to change it up a little bit. I got to switch it up a little bit, dog.
And two, Glaze, see, we've anointed so many people. We've told so many people. Cliff Kingsbury is an expert. Yep. Josh McDaniel is an expert. All these gurus, like these guys so smart till they dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
They so smart till they dumb, and sometimes the most basic fundamental thing in football at any level, and especially at the pro level, it can cause you a win. It's the difference between a win and a loss. And with some of these coaches, you don't have the wiggle room to continue to do some of this crazy stuff that you're doing. So I mean,
and I look at the winning coaches, man. Sean, we'll finish with this. Look at the winning coaches. I look at Georgia. Stetson Bennett is your quarterback. Stetson can move. He can do things. So let's not put him in a spread trying to throw 50 times a game. Let's keep doing. We got maybe 2 to 3 top receivers. We're not going to put 4 receivers out there every time to try to throw Mayfield because that ain't our game.
Nope.
That ain't our quarterback. This guy wins a national championship because he can control the offense. Nick Saban, greatest quarterbacks he has, he still wins because he said, all right, what's their talent? All right, let's play off of their talent. I think that's why, I get frustrated more. It's like you spend too much time trying to run an offense, which I know you've been told by there's a guy that's been fired more than anybody else who started this whole fast. The guy that used to be at Auburn, Chiswick. Remember him?
Gene Chiswick, yeah.
He was the guru. That man on his 3rd or 4th job. He at UCF now because he was supposed to be the guy that created all this fast offense. But he can't because people caught up with it. People are like, that's easy to do again. But I would tell you what, man-on-man football will always be tough to go against. If you mush me in my mouth and I can't stop you, I'm going to tap out after a while.
Yeah. Let's stay with coaching. Surprise, surprise. Sean Payton says that he be interested in 2023 to return to the NFL on the sideline if the right situation comes about. Are we really surprised that Sean Payton is saying this, sir?
There's nobody who has the worst luck in the league than the quarterback Mike McCarthy. Is that his name? McCarthy?
That would be him. That would be him.
Not only is his job been on the line since Payton retired last year, but to lose Dak, man, Maceo, we all knew it. We all know Jerry wants Sean. We all knew it. It's going to be, and I promise you, and I don't know much. Sean Payton's one of those guys that know how to coach his team, who knows the strength of his team. That's why when they lost to Drew Bledsoe, they were still winning. I would hate to say this, but if he went to Dallas and got a chance to coach a Dak, oh my God, that would be y'all can hate on Dak all you want to, but giving Dak a chance to be like that, this would be a great pickup for Dallas. Dallas got more talent than a little bit. They got defensive stars, they got offensive stars. He put it out there because Mike McCarthy is over. You talking about dead coach walking? It's already over. Unless the Cowboys go win 10 out of the next 5 and make it to the playoffs, it's a wrap, man. We can cancel this.
Yeah.
We can cancel this. It's too perfect. Jerry Jones almost, I think he might have prayed, hey, can we hurt Dak for the season so I can maybe make this move look a little bit more legitimate and easy? Won't be a lot of questions around it.
Right.
It's too much needed for him. And Sean can coach. I don't care if he cheat. I know everybody will. What about hey, cheat to win, man.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Y'all ain't never learned that. Y'all ain't never heard that in college. And hey, man, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
There are guys that can hold. Look, some of the best Larry Bird story I ever heard was Larry Bird would hold you for a little while on that hot. He would hold his jersey and all that because he knew I gotta win, man. And if that's what the Cowboys do, and Sean Payton, what other team would he go to, mate? I don't know anything that would fit him more perfect. That's the team.
And it's funny. For me, I just think the biggest thing for Sean Payton and for Jerry. So for Jerry, will you allow a coach to come in and he be the focal point? He be the centerpiece. Woo. Can Jerry take a step back? That's the biggest question. And for Sean Payton, would Sean Payton be cool? Because in New Orleans, he had total autonomy. Everything was on Sean Payton. Would Sean Payton be cool with coming to Dallas and knowing that, okay, I have a rock star owner. Am I gonna be cool with my owner doing press conference? He got radio spots. Am I gonna be cool with that? And if Jerry, so everybody keep talking about what Jerry wants to get another one before he passed. But Jerry, you've been doing it your way for 27, 30 years, well, whatever it is now. You hadn't won it since 95, Jerry. Yeah. Maybe your way don't work, Jerry. And can you understand that, Jerry, and say, you know what, I gotta give the keys to somebody else if you want to hoist one more Lombardi before you check out of here.
Boy, you should hit me with that. I wasn't ready for that because that's a big factor. Sean is Jimmy Johnson. He is the same type of coach. He wants control. He's in the Bill Parcells era. He's the guy that want to be able to buy the groceries that he's cooking. And Jerry is Jerry. Jerry and Steven getting a little bit like that because I hear about him a little bit too. Can the Joneses allow the franchise to be ran like a franchise without them? They can still do their highlights, but when you like to stand on the podium maybe one more time,
yeah,
you ain't even stood on the National League podium. Would you like to just stand on one of the podiums, get interviewed by CBS, Fox, or somebody? Congratulations to. Would you like that one more time before, like you said, Mason? Because you ain't getting no younger, Jerry. Yeah, you done had your fun. You've been there 20-some years. It's you can either ride out and do all this, or you can sit there and say, you know what, I want to run in my team. McCarthy ain't gonna work. And like you say, Marlon, he is a carcass walking.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Without
a doubt. He's done, son.
Keep it going, Maceo, with the NFL. Who you like tonight, Maceo? Brown. Let me start with this. Between the two teams tonight, the Browns and the Steelers, which team has the most upside in this season? I don't know how I feel about the Steelers QB. We know what's going on with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Their defense is playing really well, but they still having, out of the two teams tonight, Browns, Steelers, first of all, who wins and who has the bigger upside for the season and can challenge Cincinnati for that division? Or Baltimore, because it's Baltimore, Cincinnati right now, but which one of those two could disrupt the apple cart?
So I'm always gonna lean with Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be professional today. I'm gonna lean Mike Tomlin because we just know never had a losing season, just knows how to get his guys going. The question for Mike Tomlin is if and when do you pull the plug on this Mitchell Trubisky experiment? Because you're going into your third game, Mitchell is not giving you, the offense is down. And I know that Najee, he been hurt. We still waiting on George Pickens to have a breakout game. Claypool is playing pretty good. Deontay Johnson, they without TJ Watt. We look at Cleveland. Cleveland probably blew Jacoby Brissett's best performance that he may get in this 11-game run while Deshaun is sitting out. I don't trust Stefanski in Cleveland. Amari Cooper, he gonna get hurt because that's what he do. Jacoby, where he had a great game last week. I'm giving the nod to Pittsburgh, but Cleveland is so intriguing because it's like, can you waste another good Jacoby performer? Because he'll back up for a reason.
They should have been 2-0 right now.
They should be 2-0. They
should have been 2-0 going into this game.
Right, and they need to stack as many wins as they can and just hold on till Deshaun get back. But now here go the pickle. Deshaun ain't played football basically in 2 years. Yeah. We saw what he looked like in the pre-dog. That matters. I don't care how good you are. Wow, he's gonna have some legitimate rust. So
if you're 7-4, Maceo, Jacoby's got you to 7-4. Are you really ready to disrupt the team chemistry because that's the guy you paying all this money to? That's a big question for me. Deshaun he comes in and he's going to take 2-3 games to get ready.
Yes, Lord. Yes, he is. See, me personally, I wouldn't even play him that when he comes back for Houston. And I know it's gonna be they probably already got the media package already put together for that game. Yeah. But he been sitting at the crib and I know he's working out, but I don't care how many reps you throw on air. No, you ain't getting hit.
Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like
I don't want to take the Steelers tonight, but I'm gonna take the Steelers tonight just because I just don't trust what Cleveland got going on. I just don't trust it. After last week, the way they lost to the Jets, I can't trust Cleveland, man. I can't trust them.
Here's why we say this about Deshaun. Maceo, how many times have you seen a guy when they in T-shirt and a helmet catch everything?
Oh, man, T-shirt All-Americans, baby.
Then you turn them on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, they won't catch a cold.
Boy, couldn't catch a cold butt naked in Alaska.
So Deshaun out there he probably 8 for 10 every time. He throwing dimes. But he ain't got nobody coming off that corner, breathing down his throat, coming up the middle, man. So I like Pittsburgh as well. But here's my thing. You always tell me about this. The number one position is quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust Trubisky, but dang, do I trust Jacoby? I'm kind of torn. That's my problem. Who do I trust? I do think the Steelers losing Watts was huge. On the defensive side, losing Watts was big for them, TJ. He's trying to come back. He's going to a Mexican doctor, they said, to see if he can get back on the field.
But Mexican doctor already said, no bueno. No bueno. No bueno. You out for a year. No bueno.
Yeah, he torn it. But that's the only reason I give Cleveland a slight because their defense may be a little bit better with Myles Garrett and all that on that side. But it's Jacoby versus Mitch. like you said, they're both the bag ups for a reason. He's a starting quarterback. Before you go to yours, let me ask one more question. If you're an owner, who has the better situation? And I'm causing this because I got a lot of people on from this certain city. Jim Irsay or off the blank? Who has the best situation right now?
Wow. Woo, Lord. So you would have to say off the blank.
Okay.
Because he's in transition quarterback wise. He's not paying a lot of big money to a quarterback, so he may be able to. And you got young stars. AJ year 3, he's your defensive star. Kyle Pitts year 2, he's your offensive star. So you got more upside with them. You look at Irsay, yes, he did give Matt Ryan $25 million. Yeah. And even though we know Matt Ryan is a stopgap, how much longer can you that defense? We know Darius Leonard gets hurt every year. He's phenomenal, but he gets hurt every year. Quinn Nelson, you paid a lot of money, he get hurt a lot. So you have you got an aging Indianapolis Colts roster versus a young upstart Atlanta roster. But this the caveat. As you look at, and I was telling somebody about what's the GM in Atlanta name? Terry Funno.
Funno, yeah.
This drafting of Kyle Pitts at number 4, if his production don't start taking off, somebody gonna get fired behind that.
That's a big bust.
Because you don't draft a tight end at number 4 with all the needs you had.
Yep.
And if you draft this guy, you're supposed to be drafting this guy because he's this unicorn and he's supposed to make a difference. I can't tell that he's making a difference on the field because we're not even forcing the ball to him.
Nope.
So I'm going Falcons on the upside part of it, but the drafting of Kyle Pitts is gonna get somebody fired.
Fontenot had made his first 2 picks in the first round for the last 2 years, receivers, basically. And Pitts and the kid out of USC.
Yeah, Drake London.
They throwing the ball to Drake, but there is no way Kyle Pitts should be getting more something just to see. He's 6'6", Maceo, and got all this talent. But you're going to put 2 catches, maybe thrown 2-3 times?
Unicorn.
And you're right. I'm looking at it. I think the Falcons do have the biggest upside because, honestly, Irsay kind of hooked this. I'm kind of surprised that Indianapolis is looking as bad as they look. Because I ain't gonna lie, even if Matt didn't have the arm, just because of the talent they got, front line, offensive line, defense, you putting on.
And you got a dog at running back.
And now you're getting skunked. I'm using the old term, skunked. 24-0, that's a skunk.
Yeah. Give up those sticks.
Yeah, give it them sticks. That's
in the dome, you got to give up the sticks.
Get out the
Don't
game.
Do your homework, dude. Don't do your homework.
I put 24-0. Get up out of here. My time. But I just think Irsay, this is, like he said, he got 1 or 2 more years with this thing, and he's going to have to start looking at rebuilding himself. Falcons are already in the rebuild. They may be better to have a better program right now. What you got, man?
So we can't avoid it no longer. I done got 3 texts like, stop dodging it. We're not dodging it, but we are going to do our jobs as professionals. We're going to do our jobs.
It's coming, people. You know.
Email Doku.
Yeah.
Story drops. Everybody got it wrong out the box. And none of yous apologize for getting it wrong. Tough situation. So we're going to attack it 2 ways. Your initial thoughts when the story dropped.
I don't want to seem insensitive, but the first time I heard about this, I thought he either sexually molested somebody, inappropriate comments. The way that the national media went at this, I just knew Ime had did something, and it's still bad. I know, whatever. It's against their code of conduct. I knew it was so bad, Maceo.
Right.
He done did, because with the stuff going on with the the Vince McMahon's of wrestling, all this stuff about these women getting sexually harassed. I just knew that was the story. And I was like, Ime, I don't know who, you crazy. But what I heard, and here's why I'm not want to be in consensual relations.
Yeah.
I had to stop for a minute. I was like, what's the issue? I said, somebody talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah.
What's the issue? And they was like, well, the problem is, after I keep breaking it down, is because he was a higher rep and he was supposedly with someone who was working for him. So it's a manager type relationship. I have a problem with the Boston Celtics, and here's why. You released that to Woj for a reason. Woj runs with this. Yeah, you said, well, we was working with this for 2 days. Brad Stevens is still on this. People don't realize this. Brad Stevens is still the president of the Boston Celtics. So now we running with this story with Ime, and I get it. Everybody was mad. I know the black culture is mad because he cheated on Nia, but that's a whole other story. I couldn't understand what this was about. And it looks to me, and I am not a conspiracy theorist guy, but with the whole Robert Sarver thing going on out there in Phoenix, where he literally was, is it Rob? I think it's the Sarver owner. Why are we making this the #1 story of the day when we got things like what's going on in Phoenix with the, the racial issues there, and he's about to sell his teams, and Woj runs with this, and everybody's now like, he's about to get a year suspension. I'm like, I'm a 5-year-old. If he did have a code of conduct, that's a suspension of a few weeks or a few games, or you explain it, you do it in-house. You allow him to step away and say, I need to walk away from the team for some mental break so I can get myself together. Whatever. You handle this better.
You definitely cleaned it up. Yeah. Yeah.
But they didn't clean it. They just said, hey, man, he cheated. He not cheated, but he had consensual sex with somebody at the Boston staff. We about to suspend him. We don't know how long. It may be a year. And I'm like, this is terrible for Boston. You already got this problem where people think they don't, people don't want to play for you and people don't want to be around you. They think your organization may look a little way. But now I couldn't, and I'm not, like I said, I understand you don't want your upper executives having that and code of conduct. Boston could have handled this better, but they didn't. So, and they drug people unnecessarily in this, like the woman who's the executive VP, they drug her into this like she was part of the situation. Now she's got her name out there when she don't even did it because you handled it badly as an organization, man. I want to get your thoughts on it.
So I'm just gonna give everybody a real quick media 101 how these insiders are insiders. So these insiders are plugged in, and so GMs, owners, all of these guys, they have their guy. And when they want to see how the meter moves on something, they slide these guys the story.
Yep.
So Woj is super plugged in.
Yep.
So, somebody in Boston was like, hey, this was finna go now. This what's going on. Run it. Woj runs it. Then we get the temperature check.
We want to see what's happening. Yep.
The temperature check lets you know, okay, how bad it is. Okay, is it a super negative story? Is it medium? Can we live with it?
Right.
So clearly, we can live with a year suspension. Everybody seemed to be cool with that. That seems to work. The problem I always have, and I was getting tagged and inboxed all day. And the one thing I kept telling everybody, let everything happen first.
Yep.
Have we not learned anything in this society? Let everything play out, because if the story drop at 8, by 10 it's going to be a story.
Yep.
By 12 it's going to be a story. At 2 o'clock it's going to be a story.
Right.
And then it is going to all finally start falling out. We were so quick. People are so quick to try to put 2 and 2 together. Oh, it was this chick right here.
Yep.
Y'all ruined this. Y'all ruined this lady's life
for no reason.
She ain't got nothing to do with y'all. So, and this is what we got to stop doing. So immediately, y'all run to the Boston Celtic page and see, okay, this might be somebody he would date. She good looking.
Yeah,
She the one.
She the one.
Nothing to do with her. She married with kids. Like, she probably woke up like, why am I trending?
Why is my text blowing up right now? Why
am I trending? So we, and it's us, y'all, it's Black Twitter. We gotta stop that.
Yeah.
When somebody reputable, when they not running with it, just relax. Relax, because what we find out later on the day, so it's an executive, and now you put two. This how the story got out, because it's the executive's wife.
Yep.
He like, oh hell no!
You ain't gonna do that to me, bro.
Hey, you ain't gonna do that to me, bro. Whoa, this what's going on. And listen, and again, when you guys relax, live your life, calm down, and let everything come out, then you like, oh. So that, because if it was just old girl who y'all tried to throw it on, he not getting suspended for no year for her. That's a back channel. That's a back channel. Hey, write a check, boom, go on about your business. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
We have to always relax. We got to stop being this love and hip hop housewives. We love drama, and that's why all of you ran with. And see, Glaze, what you and I can't do, because we'll lose our spot that we fought so hard to get to. We'll lose our spot because people say, oh, so you run with that too? So what else you gonna run with? Everybody, y'all have to relax. And furthermore, a lot of y'all who got so much to say, worry about yourself. Because some of y'all like we don't know y'all. Relax.
The worst thing that happened to sports with 3 letters. TMZ Sports. Because this is all TMZ Sports is about. It's the drama around sports. They built that because they knew they had the Tristan Thompson story. They knew they got
they always got that on deck. Always got it on deck.
They always got that on deck, man. So we're going to run with it. And here's the thing, and I love what you said at the beginning. Woj is the temperature check. That's why when the whole Deshaun Watson thing went on, they ran with stories first to see what the public was going to say. And I don't know, and we might know tomorrow, the Boston might not do but 4 weeks, 10, 20 games, because they seeing out this might not be a good PR move for us. If it's because of the executive's wives being mad, that just might be on, look, what Snoop said, Trick, your chick chose me. Don't be mad, player. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at the player. But if it's the reason, like they're saying, and they want to say code of conduct, they have to be real careful. And I think you might even see the commissioner get involved, because he's going to be like, hold up. Are we really wanting to suspend or for a year a guy named Ime Udoka, a former player, because of something that was with all the stuff we got? Because now if Boston sets this precedent, Maceo, everything that happens inappropriate in that organization will be judged at this point.
There you go.
So you really want to say I'm going to give you a year on a consensual sex issue? Yes, you can say, well, it's code of conduct, Glaze. I'm not saying that, because we know players will get in trouble. Owners will get in trouble. Are you really going to tell me in the NBA that you only gave a guy who had with the racial stuff a year suspension, and a guy who had consensual sex a year suspension?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is what we're saying.
So you saying they're on the same plane? So you saying
that's the same?
Those are the same. So you saying those are the same crime? Those are equal crimes.
Them the equal crimes in the NBA world. Oh, it's internal. No, Boston. Boston is a part of the NBA. This is going to be. I don't want to, like I said. Look, Nia Long is one of my favorite actors of all time. Me and my wife named our first daughter Nia because we were looking at Love Jones. So we are big fans of Nia Long. But Nia gonna be all right, people. She already got another role. She gonna go to California. She gonna probably drop him off in Boston and gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? She good. She
Yeah,
a little hurt.
yeah. And like I say, we're hearing now that they've been broke up, so she's known about this. And again, everybody relax. Like
Just calm down.
those relationships are way different from we got to stop judging our everyday normal lives.
Yeah.
You like you got to stop. You got to stop. And in the words of the great Maceo Hurd Sr., he told me this when I was like 12, 13 years old. Show me a beautiful woman, and I'll show you a man who's tired of her beauty. That was my lesson.
The wise words of Maceo Hurd Sr.
I'm just saying. So for all of y'all who, I listen, I just put the phone down. Cause I was like, listen, all y'all out of pocket.
I would say this to finish Maceo on this. What pissed me off the most wasn't about the whole email and that. Is that they drug women through the mud that didn't deserve to be drugged because you wanted a story to get out there. There's a black woman who was just doing her job, who woke up this morning was hey, you cute, so you had to be the one.
You got to be the one. You got to be the one.
They posted her picture. They were posting everything. This woman, like, all I come to do is do my job.
Dude.
And now I'm the one cheating with email. Now I got to explain it to my husband. He like, what? What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
My kids at school, and all of them got Instagram and Twitter. Like, boy, your mama trending.
Boy, your mama, ooh, she nasty. All I'm trying to do, because my organization wanted to get this story out, is you drug me through the mud for no reason, and that's where I have the problem, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add this as we close it out, Glaze. You hit on a very good point. You look at Allison. You look at what Swin is doing. These ladies are fighting so hard. The deck already stacked against them.
Right.
Trying to be women in this men's field. Right. It's already being stacked against them, and no matter, Swin just got inducted to the freaking Hall of Fame, and people still kind of every now and then be like, "Well, how she get that job?
Yeah.
Why is she VP for operations with the New Orleans Pelicans?
Yeah,
because she worked her butt off to get there." So, I just need everybody to mind their natural business. And again, listen, before y'all run with a story, and like I said, see, Glaze and I, we don't have the luxury to do this. Like, soon we see something, I'm going to post that. Mm-hmm. Oh, that ain't what happened. Oh, I ain't got to retract nothing. I ain't no pro.
I was like, I ain't touched, I ain't tweeted, I ain't said that.
Bro.
You know how many tweets I delete a day because I'm like, nope, can't do that. I'm not trying to put that out there like that. We know, we get insider just like everybody else. We hear things. The stuff we hear in press boxes. Hey man, people be wanting us to release stuff, but I had to say I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. Like,
integrity stuff, man.
Like, dude,
doing that.
We are in contact with people out there. People send us texts and stuff all day. Hey, I can't use this, but you run with it. I'm not running with that either. No, I'm just leave that in my phone. And shame on me. One of our groups, I was in the group, and somebody trying to tell me something that I'm at this particular spot every day, and they trying to tell me what's going on in that spot. They miles away. I said, you know what, Maceo? And that's why
it's funny. There was a particular job that happened like a couple of years ago that I knew the whole story of. I knew what was going down. I heard it, and I could have easily tweeted because it doesn't. And I'm gonna say this: the media right now is very whitewashed. I'm sorry, we don't control our narrative enough in the media. We allow these stories to be told through mediums that we don't control. We don't control these mediums.
Yeah.
And so when we see these stories, I feel the responsibility to try to help the story and give the opportunity for the person I know to tell their own story.
Right.
Instead of saying, hey man, I heard. And I know I could easily, me and Maceo, y'all don't understand, we were offered one time about 4 years ago a job promotion. as long as we started being controversial.
Yep.
And me and Maceo looked at each other and said, "Can't do it, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and rag. Every show can't be about LeBron. Every show can't be about this or this guy. I don't want to talk about Tristan Thompson cheating on Khloe Kardashian. It does nothing. I don't care. And it probably could have been a great job for me and Maceo in the long run, but we said it didn't make sense to do that.
Because one of the biggest things that we said also, Glade, if we take that job, people are going to look at us totally different. People are going to lose a lot of respect for us at the end of the day. And what's worse than walking around and folk be like, man, see you come back, man. Because we like see it. Man, I'm there with them dudes, man. Them dudes, that's some chumps right there, man. Those some chumps right there.
We can't out Stephen A. We won't be able to out Stephen A. So y'all want us to be Stephen A. I will go with Maceo any day of the week because of what he knows. This Stephen A. We can't outdo Shannon's our guy. We can't outdo Shannon Sharp. No. We can't outdo that. No. They are paid by the establishment to do LeBron
to do what they do. If listen,
Cowboy talk.
If me and Glade want to this, okay, let's talk Cowboys, LeBron, Michael Jordan every day.
And just stop every day.
We done had 4-5 opportunities to do it, but we care for the art more. We got into this to not do that.
We ain't today's rappers. We ain't today's rappers.
Yeah.
We are old school rappers that like to.
Yeah, we are old school rappers. Stuff. You ain't gonna never hear me say, "Ain't no cap in my rap." That's what I with my little cousin the other day. Every rapper he listened to, at some point, every rapper say, "Ain't no cap in my rap." I say, "Boy, there's a lot of cap in your rap."
Speaking of cap, this ain't cap, but let me ask you this, Maceo. I will bring a little controversy to the show. Just
on God.
If Aaron Judge passes Roger Maris, look, I can't help but think about one thing. Aaron Judge is a big boy. Will there be conversations about how great it is? Or would they start saying, do we need to test Aaron Judge? I want to know your thoughts because right now everybody loves the story because he's a Yankees guy. He's about to pass Roger Maris.
No.
Everybody, Barry did 73, but no, everybody's talking about this now. Yeah. This is the new thing. If Aaron Judge passes, which he probably will easily, Roger Maris is 61.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts on will history be nice to him? Or will we start seeing? We're hearing this about Pujols a little bit now because Pujols is getting close to 700.
Right.
Will we start hearing? Will they let this? Will we see 97, 98, 99, 2000 where they started the rumors and stuff about steroids in this era? I'm not saying he is.
Right.
But we know how when you don't control your media, this is what happens when, especially in baseball, they would quickly turn on you.
Yeah.
As much as they loving you. Yeah. They will be quick to turn on you. I want to know your thoughts on. Not everybody's into it. They caught up with it. Aaron Judge is the guy. He's in New York. But if he passes Maris, people, they get a little something when you make history these days. Your thoughts about what happens.
So they, well, first of all, shame on that big boy media for not, besides his home run chase, dude is in position to be the Triple Crown winner. Like, this dude is batting 317.
He is 317. Oh, yes. Yeah, all of that.
No, that's what they're missing, but we're so into the long ball. And the special part about his what he's on right now, Aaron Judge, if people really know his story, nobody saw this coming for Aaron Judge.
Right.
He wasn't the greatest of prospects. Hell, he couldn't hit.
Right.
Down in the minor league, so it's a testament to the hard work and him understanding. Yes, Maury Chicks did the long ball, and that's what we keep focused on because it's about the highlights. We're always gonna see the home runs. We're gonna see that great catch, But like I say, this guy in games, he not hitting home run. This guy hitting for average.
Right.
It's a special seed. Lucky for him, he's in the number one media market in the world in New York City. He's the prince right now, and a lot of people just like the grind of Aaron Judge. So it's going to be received very well. Now, the quick he's going to get the home run thing out the way, the better, because that's what they really want to focus on. But I think when we get to the end of the season, before we get to the playoffs, and people are going to be like, dog, this dude really triple crown. This boy, that's hard to do for a home run hitter. That's hard to do. So, man, hats off to old Aaron Judge. Yes, this is going to be received well, Glaze. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's going to be received well.
I'm always the guy. Look, I know you can say what you want to. Barry hit for average, too. Barry was able to hit for average. He walks a lot. This is not – baseball is not a – I can get up there and swing as hard as I can every time and get home run. There is a science to the sport. I'm glad Aaron is doing what he's doing. I mean, not Aaron. Judge. Yeah, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Aaron Judge.
I like it a lot. I hope they don't try to ruin this guy's career, because I hate when we got big boy media who's going to start snooping in him. They're going to be looking at his locker now. There is a team.
Oh, yeah, somebody waiting on that. Yeah, somebody waiting on that. Yeah, they waiting on that story.
Get something to get him up, but I hope he keeps doing his thing. I'm happy about it, man, and I'm looking forward to it. And you know, Ruben, we ain't forgot about you. 9 days, Brett Spade. Braves Mets. We ain't forgot about you, man.
I got to close with this one, Glaze, for you, my brother. We always have to have fun when we close. Your guy, Kanye West, finally admitted today, Sway knew. Sway really knew.
He did know. That's why he wanted to fight, because Sway knew. What did he say? What did he say?
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Sway say, hey, man, I'm going to take you outside. And we can handle it like some gentlemen. You know what's great about Ye, man? He's entertaining. He puts his clothes in garbage bags and throw them on the middle of the floor at the Gap. He is that dude, man, that's just going to be. But Sway told y'all, we always knew Sway knew. Sway hair grows an inch every year because of his knowledge. So Kanye, he did know. Sway knew. But in seriousness and not seriousness, why Sway never let him? Did Sway let him back?
Nah.
He came back on.
Nah. Sway done with Ye. I bet Sway still want to swing on Kanye. If he see Ye, it's on site.
Yeah, he was about to say, hey, we can go outside right now.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. How you know, Sway? I've been doing this longer than you, Sway.
I'm gonna actually make sure. I'm gonna finish with the question right here. Let me question right here. Are you going to which city has the best show? The Chi or Atlanta?
Whew.
Two of your shows. I know you.
So I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna go with the Chi, because I don't know what the hell going on in Atlanta. Dude, if I gotta watch an episode 3 times to see what I missed, bruh. Now Atlanta has been so weird this last season. Now I'm
all over the place.
I'm out. So I'm gonna tell you, somebody told me how I gotta watch it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it that way. So
I need instructions. I gotta have instruction to watch the show.
Right. And I'm like, nah, I'm not finna do all that. Like, I should be able to watch the show. And even though the shot took a lot of left turns, took a lot of left turn. But Atlanta is just so weird. I be like so I'm watching like the new season.
Right.
I'm like, I kind of got what they were doing down at Atlantic Station, but it just tied over to, and then like I kind of saw what they were going with the lady in the electric wheelchair, but I'm still like, no, I shouldn't have to think that. I should be able to watch the show and like, oh, okay, like stop giving me all these subliminals, man. Concussions, man. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, We got 2 city shows, 2 black The Shy in Atlanta. I need to know from Maceo which one had the best show. I'm just talking about which one is the best.
I'm man, Atlanta giving me headaches, man. I gotta go back and watch. I watched them 2 episodes twice already. I gotta go back and watch them again.
Hey, man, that's our show,
what is his name? Glover?
Yeah.
Childish Gambino. You're killing me, dog. You're killing me.
A lot of thinking going on. A lot of thinking going on. Hey, man, that's our show, y'all. We got to get ready for this football, man.
We got to get ready for this football.
I got to watch Georgia State. They playing tonight, so they play.
That's right. They do play tonight. I got to do a recruit 101 with Wendy real quick, everybody. But, yeah, I got my Amazon Prime right here, baby.
Yeah, so
Amazon
y'all
Prime.
have a good day. Hey, we'll see y'all next week.
We go on, everybody. We'll see y'all next week, baby. Peace.